Good morning. This is Diana Herrera again with Ivan behind the camera. Good morning and welcome to Cafecito. Today we have Marisol Martinez. Marisol Martinez, anybody in or out of Edgewood is going to know or heard of Tacos Martinez. This is Marisol Martinez. I'm going to ask you questions on behalf of your mom. We lost your mom a few years ago. I remember her super well because you were one of my Emma Fry students. So I remember your mom, your dad, your brother, everybody. Give me her full name, your mama's full name.
Her real name or her aliases?
Well, wait a minute. Her full name.
Okay.
Because I know she was a Faz, right?
Well, let me. Okay. Can I tell you her little story?
Of course. That's why we're here.
So she, my mom was born on Romero.
Yeah, correct.
On Romero Street. So back in the day, there was, the parteras that they would have.
Right.
So this time there was a doctor. The doctor, my grandmother asked the doctor to name her Jesusa.
Uh-huh.
But the doctor didn't know how to spell Jesusa, so he wrote Jessie on the birth certificate.
I'll be darned.
Okay. So then my mom goes to, they baptize her, and she's baptized as Maria de Jesus.
Yeah, because I remember they called her Susie, right?
Susie.
Yeah.
So she's baptized as Maria de Jesus. She goes off to school, and she's Jesusa again.
Yeah.
But she was Jessie on her birth certificate.
Correct.
So then, all throughout her life, Jesusa or Susie or
Yeah.
She really didn't like Susana.
Yeah.
But she liked, Susie or Susie.
I remember her Susie. Yeah.
So then, when the time came, to get her documents and everything, and then after her stroke, she stopped driving.
Yeah.
We had to get her new ID. I had to go get her ID amended because her birth certificate said Jessie, and so she never went by Jessie. She always went by Jesusa. So her name was Jesusa Faz Martinez.
Faz, because I remember the Faz family. So
Yes.
I know a little too much about you. You just said she was born or raised on Romero. Okay, siblings, sisters, brothers that your mama had.
She had one brother,
Okay.
Camilo Faz.
Camilo. Okay,
Yeah,
Mr. Faz.
he worked
Mr.
at the
Faz.
post office for many
Faz,
years,
yeah.
and then after he pretty much left the post office, he came to work for my parents at the business for a
Yeah.
while, and then he finally just retired.
Yeah.
Yes, and he passed a couple of years before
Did
Mommy did. Yes.
really? I never remember that. But I get to see the Faz girls through Facebook.
Yes.
And I've seen them here and there. For a while, one of them was working at Walgreens.
At
so
Walgreens,
I would
yes.
talk to her all the time. So those were my girls also, my kids too. And their brother también.
Albert. Yes,
Albert. Fíjate,
Yes.
yep. Boy, I hadn't thought of these names in a long time. Any other information you want to share about your mama before we start going into her business?
She was a proud graduate of 1961 of Edgewood High School.
Of Edgewood High, yeah.
She loved her community. She was always helping out whatever she can. She learned. She worked at Woolworth. She said and she worked sometimes at La Feria and at Woolworth downtown. So she got to meet a lot of movie stars and stuff. All the movie stars that came to play at the Alameda. She got to meet a lot of those because they would go and shop at Woolworth.
Wow.
And she basically, like I said, she lived on Romero till we moved. So she lived 65 years of her life on Romero. Never moved. After she married, my parents still stayed there on Romero.
Wow, fíjate. The school she went to, besides Edgewood, she did Coronado or?
She went to Stafford, and then
Stafford.
would move to Coronado.
Okay.
And then she went to Edgewood Jr., the
Okay.
one over on Couples. And then from there, that's when they kind of finished up Edgewood High, and she ended up going to Edgewood High. So she was
at Edgewood High. Now, we're moving toward Tacos Martinez. I remember when your mama and your grandma, because I remember your grandma well, they had that little, what was a tire shop on Castroville Road, and that's where Tacos Martinez started.
Yes.
You remember?
In 1976.
In 76?
76.
Yeah, I thought it was even earlier than that.
No, in 76.
So then when did your mama and grandma move to what is right now Tacos El Rey?
That was like in 78, I believe.
Okay, because then Tacos Martinez was where Tacos El Rey is right now on Dahlgreen.
On Dahlgreen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my mom always had this vision that she kind of wanted to open up a little place. They all cooked. My great grandmother cooked. My grandmother cooked. My grandmother would make those big pots of mole for, people would call her up and ask her if she would cook mole for them, for their parties and stuff like that. So my mom learned a lot of the cooking from her.
Sure.
And so my mom had $86 saved up. My dad was a carpet layer. He would carpet and tile
Floors,
and
yeah.
flooring and all
Flooring.
that stuff. So she would save, whatever he would give her for the week and stuff like that, and she would save and save and save. She ended up with, that's what her inventory was, $86. And that place was, it was a tire shop before.
Yeah, correct. I
It
remember.
was a tire shop.
Yeah.
So my dad's kind of, handy. They converted the whole place. Of course, he put the flooring.
Of course.
They converted the whole place. They put a little bar. I remember there was a little bar, and then it had 2 little rooms in the back. And so she started this is okay. Well,
And what street was that on?
that was on Romero and Castroville.
Romero and Castro.
Yeah, right. It's catty corner to the Fred's Fish.
To Fritz, yeah.
Yeah, catty corner to the Fred's, and there was other little restaurants in the area. There was, Casares was right there where, what is it, San Luis is at.
San Luis, yeah.
They had been there for
Oh,
years, and then across the street was Taco Kid.
El Taco Kid, there's Taco Kid.
Yeah, they had been there for years and stuff also. So she says, well, se persinó y let's go.
Let's do it.
They decided to, we would go 5 o'clock in the morning. My mom would get up. My mom and my grandma would get up. My dad would go in the morning with her, and then he would take off to do his job. He never quit his day job. He kept on doing that till they could. He would come back in the afternoon, and then they would go and pick up the meat. We would drive to Poth to go pick up the meat.
Wow.
We would drive to Poth to go pick up the meat, and then do whatever they had to do, prep for the next day, and that was their routine till the opportunity came out to get where on Castroville and Dahlgreen to where Tacos El Rey is now.
Yeah.
And my dad quit his day job. My mom continued, and they fixed it up. They were doing a lot of tamales also. They had the big machine for tamales and tortillas in there. And it progressed till, 79. They even did a stint at during Fiesta.
Really?
They put booths during Fiesta. They were there when the whole shooting, what was it, 79?
79. Yeah.
They were there during that. And then they decided to...
And that 79 shooting was on the parade route. On Broadway.
Yes.
And the Edgewood ROTC, to my understanding, were marching at that time, and they went and they were helping people.
Yes. I just saw a picture of it. That somebody posted a picture of when it was Kennedy and Edgewood were together, and it's how they combined and they started helping everybody. Yeah. So yeah, they did that for 2 years, 3 years. They did that, and then another opportunity arose, and this was in 80, I believe, because my brother wasn't born yet. And they opened up over on Joe McMullen.
Yeah, by St. Jude.
St. Jude's.
Yeah, correct.
Right next to St.
Right
Jude's.
next door, yeah.
Yes, next to St. Jude's. So they had both of them going at the same time. But the one over on Joe McMullen was more of a molino type. They were doing a lot of tamales and the masa and everything else. The one over here on Castroville was
still tacos,
breakfast, just the breakfast,
lunch,
and lunch. Because she always liked from 6 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. Do you recall when y'all moved to what is now Tacos Martinez on Commerce? What year was that?
That was in 82.
82.
82.
So you've been there since 82?
Since
already.
82.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew your mama, I knew her well. Your dad knew him well also. Now I'm coming to you, okay? Your brother, you and your brother, I know y'all both went to MFRI, and then from MFRI you went to?
I went to Escobar.
To Escobar.
And then I went to Edgewood. 1990 graduate of Edgewood.
You're 1990.
1990.
Big darn. Do you have children? And I know you do, but I'm asking for our listeners.
I do. I have 2 boys. I have a 15-year-old going almost on 15, and I have a 12-year-old. I have a soon-to-be sophomore and soon-to-be seventh grader.
Oh my goodness. Your brother, tell me what the kids your brother.
My brother has 3 kids. My brother went to he went to Ren, and then he went to Emma Fry, and then he went to Ren, because at that time, right, he was always the cutoff.
Yeah.
When they closed down Escobar, he ended up having to go all the way to Ren. And then right away, when he was going to go to high school, that's when they closed Edgewood, and he had to go to Kennedy.
Jesus.
So he's the only rocket in the family.
I know.
He's the only rocket.
We talk to him.
So he has 3 children. He just became a grandpa.
Really?
His oldest daughter is she graduated a couple of years ago from A&M, and she just gave us as my first great grandchild. No.
Niece.
Sobrinito. Mi sobrinito, yes. And then he's got soon to be sophomore in college at Incarnate Word, and he's got a soon to be junior at Brennan High School.
Wow. Hijo. I remember all his children. Marisol, what did you do after Edgewood High School? What did you do? Just tell me what you did.
I went on to St. Mary's.
Okay.
I went to Texas Lutheran for a year, and then I transferred over to St. Mary's. I got my degree in Spanish and History with a teacher certification. So, but then I decided to continue in the family business. I stayed with my dad for almost, after that, 20-some years after that.
Yeah, I remember.
I worked for 20-some years, and then I finally decided, when I had my children, to decide to go into teaching.
Now, I know because I worked for Edgewood, I was at Edgewood, but I know you got into politics. Tell me about your politics, your political years.
So I followed sort of in my mom's footsteps, because she was very involved at Emma Fry. She was the PTA president for many years, the secretary, the president. Yeah. She always taught us to help our community, no matter what. And that was always something that's been instilled. You know, my dad always had this thing. He's told us always, el mejor regalo que te puedo dar es una educación.
That's right.
Porque nada, dice, te puedo comprar carros, todo, pero todo se te puede ir, se te puede quitar. So I believed we were true believers in education. Mm-hmm. So I decided to run for the board. I was appointed in 2004, 2003 I was appointed. Mm-hmm. And then in 2006 I ran up for re-election, and I won, and unopposed. And then in 2009 I decided to leave because I had my child and I was helping run the other business and stuff. So it kind of, but I loved it. I loved serving the community. I got to go, like I said, got to go back and enjoy Edgewood, enjoy where we've always
and a different side of it.
In a different side of it,
yeah.
yes.
The political side. Mija, what year did we lose your mama? What year was that?
2015.
2015.
2015.
Wow. Yeah. I remember the funeral. I remember being there. Tell me something about the future. What do you and your brother see the future of Tacos Martinez? What do y'all discuss when you sit together to discuss business?
Staying where we're at.
Just staying.
Yes, we were able to open up. My dad decided to open up another restaurant over on Military, and
I remember that. Okay, I remember being there.
We were on Military.
I remember being there.
And it was a little bit
and
different.
that was Military Drive, across from the McDonald's.
The old Bonanza.
The old Bonanza. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
And it was a little bit different. Mm-hmm. It was a different. It was kind of hard for the people to get our concept, because we are, I don't know if you remember, we are from the old taco houses that used to be back in the 70s. That's the concept, that's the food that we have. So there's a lot of new concepts coming around, you know, the taquerias and this and that. So it was kind of hard for the people to grasp our flavor of food. Mm-hmm. We are, my mom, it's more of a home style. We do what you would go back and go home and eat at home, you know, pretty much. Yeah. And so the way we see it is we would like to stay. We're very comfortable there. We know we love Edgewood. This is where we grew up. Yeah. And there's no reason for us to go anywhere.
You know, my husband still comes shopping right there at Arlon's on 34th because he says, my money goes into Edgewood. I still gas up on 090, my money stays in Edgewood. That's where I gas up.
And we've been, as a matter of fact, just yesterday I had this conversation with my dad, and he was saying that he was looking at some analysts and saying that how people think that, oh, you can open up any business you want now. And he says it's very hard now. Very hard. And they don't realize that it's a lot of hard work.
Oh, God.
A lot of hard work. And to stay alive, it's sad to see a lot of businesses close.
A lot.
And the thing is, we've been blessed that, our regulars, our people that are still there every single day. We have, the other day I sat there and I counted how many people, and I say there's maybe like 6 or 7 couples that are there every single day.
Yeah.
That's where they
It's
come.
convenient that that's where they go and they know and yeah.
And we have our families that come from. We had a family yesterday from Wisconsin, one from Michigan. We have our Dallas, Houston regulars that come in
periodically just to come in.
So our goal is just to stay there.
Yeah.
We've expanded to where we're doing a little bit of catering here and there, but that's our thing. There's no reason to go anywhere because this is where our heart is, and this is where our people are.
And you're not going to change it because the people go for that food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we have, because we have a different style because it's a cafeteria style.
Correct.
So people like that. They like to see what
course.
they're serving, what they're being served.
Is there something that you would like to tell our viewers before we end our interview? Something that I know you brought pictures, and Yvonne will zoom in on your mama's pictures in a little while, okay? So she'll be zooming in on them. Anything
Just
give us your address. Give us your Tacos Martinez.
We're at 5034 West Commerce. We're open from 6 to 3 every day.
6 to 3.
We only close 3 days out of the year: Christmas, New Year's, and Easter. We're open every single day of the year. And we are, so far, what I understand, we are the only restaurant in San Antonio that serves capirotada every single day. Every single
and
day.
people go for that.
Yes. I heard one lady the other day, she says, I don't believe you. I'm like, yes, ma'am, we have it every single day.
There.
And it's the same way that my mom and my grandma used to make it.
Yeah.
Just the simple capirotada.
Yeah. The minimum of stuff. The minimum of stuff.
Yes.
Anything else, Mijita? Because I'm going to cut you off already. So
no, like I said, this is what my mom envisioned.
Sure.
And we're continuing it. My dad says never thought that he would be so established like he is now. And we hope to continue it. In 2 more years, we'll be celebrating our 50th anniversary. Hopefully,
Hopefully I can get a free taco out of you.
Hey,
free taco. Oh, that's right. Oh, and I do want to point out to you, and I'm not going to hold it up because we've got another way of doing this. But you could go buy your Tacos Martinez t-shirts at any point, at any time.
And stickers.
And we got the little stickers of which I'm going to hold up, but Yvonne will zero in on this later, okay? Will you please turn around and let Yvonne
see my shirt?
See your back? Let me see. Move this. Okay, right there. Sit down. That's the Tacos Martinez shirt. And of course it's red because she's a Red Raider. Hello. and Yvonne will zoom in on the pictures in a little while of her mama, her brothers, Marisol, so good to see you.
Thank you.
One of my baby girls that I still keep up with.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you again.
And I just want to say thank you. You helped me so much. You're an inspiration.
Mamita.
You are truly.
Well, I know that your mama put you in my classroom so I could teach you how to talk, and now you don't shut your mouth.
Yeah. And to speak English because I didn't learn how to.
You didn't even know English. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they spoke to you in Spanish. Yeah. Yvonne?
Thank you, Marisol.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. Best of luck as you keep going with your business.
Thank you.
And I'll go.